Hello, are we live? Just give us a comment, guys, if you can see and hear me. Okay, sorry for that. I'm just talking to myself. Give us a thumbs up or something, or just sort of confirmation that you can see and hear me. All right. I got there. How's that? Everybody can hear me all right? Stuart, thanks. 5x5. Yeah, I think that means it all sounds and looks good. So yeah, competition time. Tonight we're going to announce the winner of the water purifier. Thumbs up, there we are. Johnny Jarvis, thank you very much. Audio 5, video 2 out of 3. So what's that? Not very good. Evening, we hear you. That's it. Hi guys, all good. Here we are. Well, some of you can see me, I think, and some of you can hear me. So as long as we got most of them, that'll be fine. Mike's in here. Urban Prepper. Hi, Mike. What's it like to be on the other side of the screen? Usually this side, you? Yeah. I do enjoy your videos. They play. Yeah, very good. Liz. Hi, Liz. Good to see you in here. I hope everybody's got their fingers crossed and everything else crossed for this water purifier. It's a really good prize. Yeah. We'll just wait for a few more to come into the room. It doesn't tell me how many's in here for some reason. I don't know if we'll see that, but someone can let me know how many people's in the room. It'd be great. Yeah, Barry, yeah, good luck everyone. Yeah. 40. There we are, 40. I don't know why I can't see. It usually tells you on the screen somewhere that how many people's in the room. But there we are, it doesn't really matter. We'll just give it a couple of minutes just to allow everybody to come in. 42 watching now, there we are, so it's good up. Oh, I can see it now. I can see the number. It's up on there. Right. I know what I'm doing now, just about. So if anyone's got any questions or anything while we're waiting for a few more to come in, if any more come in, that is. Yeah, show me. Give me a question. I'll do my best to answer it. If obviously, if I know the answer, that isn't it. Otherwise, I'll just make it up. Kiwi UK, good to see you in here. Yeah, any questions? Anyone? Any sort of anything you want to know? As long as it's a subject I know. Got some thumbs up. There we are. We'll just let us know where you're calling from. Yeah? Let us know where you're tuning in from. That'd be quite interesting. 47. If we can get up for a few more, then we'll announce the winner. I think there's well over 200 names in the hat, I think. What's the furthest you've walked? In one day, yeah, well over 20 miles. Probably about 23 miles or something like that in one day, nearly 24 miles. Yeah. Cornish Bob to the shop. Yeah. No, it's walking. It seems boring, but well, I suppose it is a little bit boring, isn't it? But once you get into the groove, I just get into a zone. I remember doing a lot of hill walking years ago when I was in my 20s and walking over Snowdonia and that. And yeah, once you're focused and you're just watching what's in front of you, watching where you're putting your feet and all that, after a good few hours, you'd be surprised how many miles you can do. Yeah, so I used to do a lot of walking when I was younger, before I became a family man. Wife and kids and all that sort of stuff. I used to play a lot of golf as well, but some would say that golf is a spoils a good walk. But I used to enjoy my golf. Rhondda, Somerset, East Grinstead, Newport, Scottish Borders, Teesside, London. I didn't enter. This is Cheshire Wanderer. Yeah, let's have a look, see if we can see it. I didn't enter since I'm new to the channel. Looks good though. We'll enter now. We've got a couple of minutes. Get on the video. All you do is type in what is it? Bug out 10K in capitals. Do that, and then you'll be in for the draw. I suppose people won't be very happy if you win it now, last minute entrance. But yeah, I'll give you a couple of minutes to enter it, so you're not too late. So how's everybody doing? Definitely changing the weather, isn't it? After a few storms. Yeah. Autumn's definitely here. We've got leaves everywhere. The leaves are dropping off the trees, putting all the gutters up. We've had a bit of frost. So I quite like this time of year. And yeah, obviously I do like the summer. I like a bit of sunshine. But I do like this time of year. It's very pretty in the trees and the woods, out in the hills. I've walked enough. Yeah, I'm good. Thank you very tell the boy. Tell the boy what? Yeah, I'm good. Thank you very much. Yeah. John, I've walked enough when I served. Yeah, you do a lot of tabbing in the army. And the thing is, when you're in the army, you haven't got a choice. You just get on with it. And it seems daunting, but when you're a 16, 17-year-old lad and you put your pack on your back, and especially when you're part of a squad, platoon, and you're getting shouted at left, right, and center, yeah, you're too scared to say no, so you just get on with it. But yeah, no, I used to enjoy walking a lot. Yeah, especially out in the hills. And the wife will tell you, if we go off anywhere, holiday, whatever, I've got to go for a walk. I've got to go somewhere. I've got to see what's about. I've got to get my bearings. And of course, I walk at like 100 miles an hour. And yeah, I'm a fast walker, and I hate dawdlers. I hate being, slowed down by people who slow walkers. It drives me bloody mad. And yeah, so I used to do a lot of walking. Yomping. Yeah, no, that's for the Marines. That's for the Navy boys. Yomping. Tabbing, we used to call it. But same sort of thing, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, cheers, Mike. Yeah, hit the like button. Yeah, I know I've been a bit slow in the old videos lately and uploading stuff. I try and just do one a week, but I just don't seem to find the time these days. I did put one out yesterday, but that was just like off the cuff, spare of the moment thing. Again, I went out for a walk, training for possible fan dance in January. I don't know if you know much about that. It's walking over the Brecon Beacons, the selection course. So you're basically walking over the beacons twice, there and back, and with 35 pounds on your back, not including food and water. So I put about 40 pounds in a bag, and just done a bit of a circuit. It's only about 3.5 kilometers, but it's good training. Yeah, so I'll be doing that every other day, hopefully for the next few weeks, if and time allows. That is right. We got 72 in the room. I'll give it 2 more minutes. That'll be 10 past 8 then. I don't want to bore you too much, and then we'll do the draw. I think I've got it all set up right, but we'll soon find out. Right, any more questions? I probably missed a few. What's this one? What do you think of the? Yeah, good. Yeah, I was a bit dubious at first. They sent me this water. Well, they wanted to send me this water purifier, but 6 months ago, perhaps more, perhaps near the beginning of the year. I looked at it. I thought, well, no, it's a bit bulky and it looks like a bit of a gimmick and something you need to plug in and whatnot. But they kept on pushing and pushing. I said, go on in. I seen a few other videos. I thought, let's give it a go. And yeah, I was impressed with it. Yes, it's not like some of the other water purifiers. It does need power, obviously, but it's not as big and bulky as I thought. It is still quite portable. Like I said on the video, you don't want to be carrying it around mountains or whatever, but if you had to walk a short distance, it's easy to carry and really easy to use. You put your 2 cartridges in, make sure it's charged up, obviously, and then put your hoses in the water and then clean those in your container, turn it on, and then, yeah, it works really good. And like I said, the good thing about it is you got the 2 types of water. So you got your drinking water, which is unbelievably clean and tastes great, and then you got your secondary water. Then what do they call it? I can't remember what they call it, but it's good for washing dishes, washing your face, and all that stuff. So yeah, it's really good. The cartridges I've looked in, the cartridges are pretty cheap. I think they're 20, 30 quid, and they filter a lot of water out. So yeah, it's not too expensive. Yes, the unit is quite expensive compared to a lot of them, like the British Berkfield gravity filters. But it's totally different, isn't it? It's an electronic device, and it's reverse osmosis. So yeah, really good filters on it. I use a similar sort of thing on at the house here. We're on a borehole, so the water goes down 300 foot plus, and then obviously it's pumped out and it goes through all these different filters, UV light and all that. So yeah, a really good method of cleaning water. I do have the gravity filters as well, the perky filters as a backup, because obviously if the power goes out, my pump won't work for pumping the water out of the ground. I have got one of them old Victorian pumps, so if I could rig that up if I had to. But yeah, so sorry, I'm waffling now. But yeah, the filter is really good. Yeah, what it is, I've got the brand new one, so I got two here. They did send me two. There's a slight problem with the first one. The charger wouldn't work, but the actual unit itself, it works fine. I use it on the video. So the one you're using, or the one we're winning, it's the brand new one in the box. Did I try the solar? I haven't tried the solar, Mike, but the company themselves, they do solar panels, battery backup systems, or solar generators themselves. Perhaps I'll try and push them to send me one of them and see how that works. Yeah, I didn't have time to try the solar, but it's really easy to charge. It's got all the leads there, and it doesn't take long to charge up. The one I used on the video, I did have it plugged into the wall. Yeah, no problem at all. So solar, problem with solar, I know my own Jackery solar panel on that. It's great on a sunny day. If the sun's not out, yeah, it will work, but not as well. You get a small charge, trickle charge. So if you are using these sort of things, make sure they're charged up. Solar's great if you've got no other option, isn't it? When I've been out and about and I've taken little solar panels, yeah, they're good for charging your phones up. But I find with bigger appliances, they take obviously longer to charge up. But if I was out in the hills with this sort of thing and I run out of battery, yes, the solar would charge it on a nice day, but I'd say it'd take a good few hours to charge it up. It probably wouldn't work on just using a solar panel, trying to filter the water. You probably have to put a good bit of charge in it before you turn it on. But perhaps I'll try it out next time. It'd probably work on my Jackery solar panel, but they haven't sent me one for this unit, not yet. Anyway, I'll have to push them to see if they can do it. Have I seen an electric pump which is drill operated? No, I haven't seen that. But yeah, pumps, any rotary motor should run a pump. You're only pushing the water in for one end and the other, and you. Hello from Belgium, the one and only. It's not Chesney Hawks, is it? Yeah, Chesney Hawks is in the house. Was it grey water? Tal, I don't know what you mean, but I know the filter. Oh, you mean the runoff water? Yeah, yeah. It's cleaner than grey water. I class grey water as like your shower waste, your sink waste, but it's cleaner than that. It's not clean enough to drink, but I'd say if you boiled it afterwards, you'd probably be fine. But it's good enough to wash your dishes, wash your face. Yeah, so it's a really good system, to be fair. Your review was amazing on it, so glad to hear your honest thoughts. Yeah, well, when you do reviews, I get sent kit to review, and I get asked about kit all the time, and you've got to weigh it up. Is this kit any good? Are people going to be interested in it? Otherwise, you could accept bloody kit all the time. I've been asked to review all sorts of earbuds, and thermal cameras, you name it. But is it relevant? Is it relevant to people who shop at the bug out or watch the videos? And do I see any need in it? So when you're giving reviews, you've got to give you honest reviews. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. You're just going to say, yes, you might feel bad that they send you these things, but you can't lie to people, isn't it? You can only give your honest review, and you've got to actually try it. I'll talk a little bit about that later on. I've been sent some stuff from Next Torch. Who's it? Those are torches and this multi-tool. I'm actually editing the video on about this now. Really good multi-tool. but there are points on it which I don't like, and I'll say that in the review. So yeah, you've got to give it honest reviews. Right, we've got 82 watching now. Oh my god, it's 1:15. Right. Thumbs up if you want to see, if you want to do the draw. Let's thumbs up if you want to do the draw and we'll see who wins it. I don't want to bore you for too long. I say I'm not the best at doing these live streams. So if you see a few thumbs up, we'll do the draw. Paul, evening, reverse osmosis purifier is originally built for the light recipe water to drink water. Yeah, it's a really good system. Yeah. And like I say, I was really impressed with it. Yeah, we are. Loads of thumbs up now. Let's do the draw, shall we? Let's click off this now if we can find out how to do it. There we are. Right. Here we are then, right. So I gotta do this first. There. So as you can see, I put got the keyword filter in off the side, bug out 10k. So if you was in the draw, you'd have to put this bug out 10k in it, otherwise it won't you're not in it. Hopefully that was explained enough on the video. So we're putting a loaded, how many comments are in now? So we have 200 comments. So 200 is more than that, I know, but perhaps some people didn't put the right comment in or whatever. But there's 200 comments. So here we are, guys. Here's the winner. All we do is click this number. So fingers crossed, drum roll. Let's pick a winner. Claire Cogger. Oh, I know Claire. Oh, well, yeah, she's coming to the bug out next week on a first aid course. So there we are. There's the winner. Yeah, that wasn't a fix. Honestly, it was just totally. That's why I do it live stream. But I do know Claire. I think if that's the same Claire, she's won it. Yeah, I do the live stream. First ever competitions I used to do. I used to cut all the names up and put them in a hat on bits of paper and pick it out and whatever. But I find the live stream, it's all about boards, isn't it? It's fair for everyone then. But Claire, well done. Yeah, we got a outdoor first aid course here next weekend with Tom, Prepared Pathfinder, Tom Blakey. It's a fantastic course. He's got this guy coming in who really knows his shit, and it's a 2-day outdoor first aid course. So it's totally geared towards stuff you're going to do outdoors. You know, you're talking proper trauma with edge tools, you know, knives, axes, all that sort of stuff, and it's accredited as well. So there's a bit of an exam at the end of it, and if you pass, you know, you're a qualified first aider sort of thing. I've done a course with someone else though. It was last year, and yeah, really good course to go on. So I think Claire, if it's the right one, the same one, she's coming on the course next week. Yeah. Yeah, if you, Mike, yeah, if you can book it on site. What it is on my site, I got a page there at the top. I think it's got bug out courses. You go on there, and it tells you all about it. But then when you click the link, you know, if you want to book the course, it takes you to Tom's site then, because obviously Tom's, it's his courses. I just help promote them, and you book via his site then. I think it's 140 quid for the 2 nights or 2 days, so I should say 2-day course, and it's really worthwhile. Yeah, if you're out in the woods or if you're out in the countryside, if you're walking with a group or you're doing anything activities, especially if you're doing bushcraft, knives, it's really worthwhile going on. You cover everything, you know, from your trauma, your CPR, everything you can think of is covered. Yeah. Paul, yeah, thanks for doing it. Yeah, I always try and give good prizes away, innit? That's what I try and do. It's my way of giving my appreciation to people who watch the videos. You know, the silly little videos I do in it, and yeah, just my way of showing appreciation. It's no good giving away some crap on it or something I don't want. And what I was talking about, the ITEAL, or whatever it's called, the ITEAL. The one, Claire's one, what is it? It's brand new in the box. Yeah, it's never been opened. I've got 2 here. The one I had first sent me, there was a problem charging it. So I said to the guys here at ITEAL, to be fair, I said, look, there's a problem with the charger lead or something. So they just sent me another unit out straight away, no questions. So that's why I got 2 units. I used one for the video. Like I say, I had to plug it in to the wall, but it still works fine. So I've kept the new one they sent me for the price. I don't see, like I said before, I don't see a point of giving just some cheap crap away or something you don't use. And again, it's up to everybody really, but it's just my way of showing a bit of appreciation. I used to give one out every 1,000 subscribers, but that's gone down a little bit now, isn't it? I'll probably do another prize when I hit 15,000. As and when if I ever get that far, and yeah, I'll give another good prize away. So spread the word, isn't it? Share the videos out, show it, tell everybody and we'll get to 15,000, and we'll do another prize giveaway. Mike, I don't know if he's in here. Where's Mike? So if you haven't subscribed to Mike's channel, UK Urban Prepper, where is it? Am I pointing the right way? Somewhere by there. Is it? Where is it? There. My finger, massive finger. Get on Mike's channel. It's growing really fast. I think he's only been on the YouTube this year, and already up to nearly 6,000 followers or subscribers. So yeah, really good videos. He's really good unlike me, he's really good talking to the camera. So he does some really good interviews and whatnot. So yeah, check out Mike's videos. Oh, he's still here. There we are. Just seen that. Yeah. Yeah. So if you've got any more questions, guys, let me just put that back on. There we are. I can see myself now. I'll shoot off in a bit. Yeah, I just told before about this multi-tool. I say I'm editing the video about this now. Next tool. This is the Pioneer. Really good multi-tool. They have sent me a load of forces as well. So I'm going to be doing a range of videos on EDC. Where are we? So I got these. I got O-Lights. I got Army Tech sent me some stuff. So I'm going to do a range of videos on EDC equipment. Realistic EDC equipment. What you're realistically going to carry every day. Everyday carry. Everyday carry shouldn't be mounds and mounds of stuff because it's not realistic. You're not going to carry it every day. So yeah, keep an eye out for them videos. Like I say, I'm going to do the multi-tool first. Just takes me a while to edit it. I'm not brilliant in front of the camera. I do make a lot of mistakes. That's one of the reasons I put clips in from other videos. Trying to put some funny clips in, just to break up my monotonous sounds of my own voice. What's Colin saying here? But Shop, have you tried the Go Gun crossbow leg? Go Gun? No, I am new to Go Gun, to be honest. Colin, yeah, I'll have to look into that. Yeah. If they are, yeah. Well, if they're good, perhaps I'll look to stock them, because Anglo Arms are looking to get out of the UK, I think, at the moment, by the sound of it, unless they can find some more distributors. But yeah, it would be soon losing Anglo Arms crossbows. So it's good to find other makes. I had a few people in today in the shop looking at crossbows and that, so people are still interested in them, but not as much as they were before. So I tell you what I have got in the shop is these tops, these Army issue thermal tops, undershirts. Brilliant, and they're like new, and they're only $6.99. I had a ruck of them in 320 from the surplus supplier. I had those and these thermal tops and long johns. You can see the quality; they're like new. Yeah. So get ready for winter. Get yourself some thermal gear. While they're cheap. I've seen these retailing for like 20 quid. And yeah, because these are super grade. Grade 1 super grade. So yeah, these will go for $6.99. So get yourself some good gear. Mike, do archery courses? Well, if you're talking about archery as in proper archery, no. I can shoot the bow, but not very well. And someone did want me to start an archery sort of club up here in the woods, but no. That's not my cup of tea. But crossbows, yeah, I've helped a few people out with the crossbows. They've come here and with their own crossbows and ones they bought from the shop, and I've helped them zero them in, and how to shoot them properly on target. So yeah, I do help out people doing that. A course as such, I suppose if it was a call for it, a day course would probably be enough. We do shoot crossbows on Tom's bushcraft and survival and the prepping and bugging out course. We allocate a good afternoon for shooting the crossbows on that. But that's more of a bit of a fun thing towards the end of the course, a bit of a competition. Yeah. I am going to do some more courses next year. I might even do some on my own and do some guided walks around the area, that sort of thing. I got some guys who may be interested in a bit of navigation and that. But Tom, he runs some really good courses, and he's got some really good guys who work with him. Decades of experience, each of them. So that's the thing about courses. There's a lot of people out there who call themselves, survival experts and whatnot. But you want to make sure if you go on a course, I say there are loads around the country, make sure you go on a course with people who know what they're talking about. Especially if you're going off somewhere and you're relying on them skills you've been taught. So yeah, Tom does really some really good courses. Any more questions, guys? Can you do some vacuum sealing? I have done a couple of videos on vacuum sealing, ages back. How I split down bags of rice and pasta and all that. Even though I'm off that stuff now, I'm on meat. Not I say meat only, but more of an animal-based diet. So I either eat meat, eggs, dairy, and a little tiny bit of fruit, and that's about it. But I still got all my preps. I got bags of rice and pasta and all that. Because in that sort of situation, you'd eat anything really, wouldn't you? And of course the kids and wives, and of course the wife and kids still eat that. Well, not so much the wife, but the kids definitely eat all the pasta and that now. So yeah, I have done a video on food processing or vacuum sealing. Get yourself a good processor, a good vacuum sealer, I should say. What's the one I got? I got it from Costco. Can't remember what it's called now, but it's a really good vacuum sealer. Mylar bags I use. If you use Mylar bags, obviously I sell them in the shop, and the oxygen absorbers. Just use a hair straightener. I do it to seal them. Squeeze as much air out as you can. Chuck the oxygen absorber in, seal it up. Yeah, that's good. The Mylar bags are good because they're a bit more robust. I made some beef jerky on the weekend, and I put some in the Mylar bags. And I put some in the Food Saver. Food Saver, that's the name of the vacuum sealer. The Food Saver bags. And the jerky, because I've got it nice and crispy, it did pierce the vacuum sealer. The bag when I vacuum sealed it. So Mylar bag is better for that sort of stuff. Better for like pasta, anything with sharp edges. I even Mylar bag radio gear CB. So I got a CB radio in here, sealed up. That goes in my little Faraday box. So it's like double protected. So you can use the Mylar bags for anything. Yeah. So I have done videos on that. You just got to look back and bloody last year sometime I done that one, I think. So is freeze dried meats foods? How long will the jerky last in a Mylar bag? Well, I chuck an oxygen absorber in there as well. So a good 2 to 3 months. Just keep it cool. Don't put it in a cupboard next to the window where the sun's going to go on it or something like that. But yeah, a good 2 to 3 months, and it will depend on how dry you get it. If you want the jerky still a bit rubbery, a bit soft, it's not going to last as long. So because that moisture's still in it, and that fat content could go rancid. I like to dry mine right out, so it's like crispy. So it's like crisp. I don't eat potato crisps anymore. The jerky is my little snack crisp. So get it nice and dry. Put it in a Mylar bag, seal it up. Yeah, good 2 to 3 months. It doesn't last that long. I eat it. I need to eat it in a week or so. But I haven't used a dehydrator for anything else. Only the meat. But I have bought myself a meat press today. Come in the post, so I can blend up, say, chicken for instance. Put that in the meat press. Push it all down. Put it in a bain marie. Cook it off, and then I got a solid lump of chicken I can slice up, and then I got my own slices of chicken in for whatever I want to use it for. So there's loads of things you could do. Hence the reason I built that little meat processing area, so I can do my freeze drying, my food prepping and meat production, all that sort of stuff. Next thing I want to do is get big chunks of meat, half a pig. I've got a half a pig hopefully coming soon, and a deer, and butcher them up and process my own meat, make my own mincemeat and all that. I think the best thing you can do as an ideal prepper is be as self-sufficient as possibly can. One, you're not relying on anybody, not relying on the government or anybody else, and B, you know what's in your food, don't you? You know what goes into that mince, you know what's going into that steak and whatever. Yeah, I think that's the way to go. I know it's not for everybody. Depends on your situation where you live. Quite lucky up here, living in the countryside. We used to have pigs. Used to have a couple of pigs, loads of chickens. Got rid of the chickens because they stopped laying eggs, so they become pets. So they had to finish them off. And we have a couple of pigs, but we butchered them up, and we still got quarter of the chest freezer still full of pork. So till we eat that, then we're getting another couple of pigs in. If you've got to have room to put the meat in, because the pigs only last so long. You want to keep them as pets. So after a few months, they get dealt with and cut up, and so yeah, you got to have somewhere to put the meat. Liz looks a bit shocked at that. I know, but I know it's not for everyone. I know there's vegetarians and vegans up there, but that's the way we live. A lot of people, especially in the sticks, when surrounded by farms, it's how people live. I'm afraid that I say it's not for everybody. It's not everybody's cup of tea, but yeah, I say I eat a lot of eggs, so we need chickens. Luckily for me, sister and her husband and their family, they got thousands and thousands of them. I did tens of thousands of chickens up the road, so we got no shortage of eggs. Not yet. Meat. For 36 years. Oh, fair play. Do you like to say horses for courses, isn't it? But I found going on this carnivore sort of diet, I'd lost a lot of weight. Not weight, but I lost a lot of inches from the guts. That just disappeared. Down to what I was in my 20s. I'm running, fit, and feel strong, and sleeping a lot better. Skin is fantastic. It does play havoc with your guts when you're first going onto it, because obviously you're changing all your gut. I don't know what the word is, or the bacteria in your gut, and you've gone back to how we survived for millions of years, isn't it? On meat and eggs and a little bit of fruit, a little bit of berries. But I broke my ankle 9 years ago, really bad, open fracture. My foot went one way, my leg bone come out the side, and real mess. Always had troubles with my ankle, obviously aching, but since being on that diet, I've got no joint pain. Inflammation just disappears. Like I said, I'm running. Yeah, I feel like I'm back in my 20s, 30s. I shouldn't really say that, because I spent most of my 20s in the pub. But yeah, I know it's not for everyone. Carbs, people like carbs, but I don't eat carbs now. Or very few. I know there's carbs in milk and occasionally a bit of dark chocolate, but no, it's really good. Fantastic, Paul. Eggs. Don't believe the hype about cholesterol and all that. You need cholesterol. Cholesterol is what your body uses to fix itself. The brain's made of it. Yeah. So really good source of food. You ask anybody who's an athlete, bodybuilders or anything, they swear by it. Some people I know, they're eating 10, 12 eggs a day. It's really good stuff here. Grains and carbohydrates are made to. Yeah, you're right there, Mike. The thing is with the corporations, a lot of the corporations, food manufacturers, they've gone from tobacco industry into the food industry, and they've turned food into an addiction as well, just like they did with tobacco. And modern people are addicted to the carbohydrates and the sugars, aren't they? It's hard getting off it. It's hard for them to get off it. The only thing I found, I don't crave carbohydrates, sugar, anything like that. The only thing I found is sometimes you've got to think about what you're going to eat. You can't eat steak every night. I like to, but it does get a bit tedious sometimes. So you've got to have a think about what you're eating. But you can make your own flatbreads, cottage cheese. You can make your own. What else? My own pasta, sugar-free ice cream. I've had a couple of not too good batches of that, but yeah, ice cream. So like egg puddings. So Greek yogurt, we eat a lot of Greek yogurt with a few berries and honey. I eat loads of honey. So I do, eat sugar, but it's honey, because it makes it. So yeah, fantastic. I think you only live once, so you don't want to live like a hermit and get rid of everything. I had a piece of toast the other morning because I was up at 4 o'clock in the morning because the lad went off to Paris on a school trip. So I thought I'll have a bit of toast. So you're only alive once, so you've got to treat yourself as well, haven't you? We had a bug out weekend a few weeks ago, and I spent the whole weekend on the beer. So you've got to enjoy yourself as well, haven't you? Yeah. Yeah, I've seen that almond flour. I'll have to have a look into it because I bought some uh, pork pinko, or I always call it like pork breadcrumbs. So like I say, I'm off the bread. So I have made Scotch eggs and that with that, but I'm looking for some sort of flour so we can make like cookies and stuff like that. Because that's one thing you do miss a little bit is the variety in your puddings. You can only eat so many eggs, but yeah, there are ways to do it. And like I say, I'm not totally carnivore, or I'm not strict keto, but I think the more you can eat like that, they also say everything in moderation, in it. But if you, as long as it's get rid of the processed stuff, isn't it? The processed foods. That's the biggest thing. Get rid of the processed sugars. You can still have sugar. The sugar in milk. Lactose, the sugar in fruit, fructose, and honey. But get rid of the processed stuff. It's got to be better for us, isn't it? And yeah, and buy and eat local stuff as well. I go to the butchers. I buy bones and make my own bone broth, and then off the bone broth, I got my own tallow, dripping for cooking in. Yeah, I cook up bacon every morning. I have bacon and eggs every morning. So I keep the bacon fat in for cooking in. So I eat more now than what I used to do before. I probably eat more calories, but I don't gain weight. I'm losing weight, if anything, because you're using fat that you're eating to burn as your energy instead of using sugars and carbohydrates. Yeah, you're right there, Paul. Yeah, and it's all orchestrated, isn't it? They know exactly what they're doing, and they don't give two hoots about us. And the pharmaceutical companies, they're not interested in making you better. They're just interested in treating your symptoms, and they don't want the symptoms to go away. It's not a very good business scheme if they're going to make you better. I was talking to a guy who works in the pharmaceutical trade Saturday. He came up for a crossbow, travelled bloody hell, for a couple of hours to get to the shop. And yeah, he told me some insights of the industry. Yeah, and the guy's totally awake, totally knows what's going on. Yeah. Yeah, you're right, yeah, Mike. Yeah, it's really good, and I have a cup of it every morning. So I said before, I boil the bones off after over 24 hours, roast them first, which I didn't do the first time, but it's better if you roast them first, and better flavor. And then obviously when you strain them all off, put them in a tray. I do let it cool. You got a nice tallow on the top. I scrape off for fat for cooking, and then it goes into a jelly, and put that in a jar. I freeze a lot of it because it will last me about 2-3 weeks, and then I put a couple of spoonfuls in a cup in the morning, add a bit of boiling water, and that's my drink for the morning. Yeah, fantastic. The Bugger Show. I will always invite people to look at how it was. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, they had it right, didn't they, years ago? I know maybe not through choice, but it was a far healthier lifestyle. You look at old videos, right, of people back in Victorian times and all that. Yes, perhaps they didn't eat as much food, but they was all looked healthy, didn't they? There was no 20-ton, 20-stone people walking about, the guts hanging out, and all that. I think, yeah, it's a sad state, to be in. Even going back to the 1970s, we never like that. The country's never like that. It's only the last 20 years, well, say 30 years. I still think the 70s was 30 years ago, but it's not, is it? It's fucking 50 years ago. To show my age. So yeah, you're going back 20, 30 years, from the 80s onwards, our diet has gone bloody terrible. Mind you, when I was a kid growing up in the 80s, there was sugar in everything. We put sugar on top of our cornflakes, we put sugar on top of strawberries, we put sugar in everything. Yeah. Stupid, really, but it tastes good, doesn't it? Yeah, you're right there. Yeah, and good proper fat, saturated fat. Is good for you as long as you don't overdo it. Obviously, you got to so many make sure you burn them calories off. There's no good just gorging on it and not doing anything. You've got to make sure you burn it off. But unlike carbohydrates and sugars, if you don't burn it off, your body stores it as fat, especially around the guts. Um, but yeah, if you can heat healthily, isn't it? Where's John's comment? I lost it. There it is. Have I got it? Yeah. A good feed at the start of the day is best. Yeah, meat and eggs. Yeah, you're right, John. Every morning, about 10 o'clock, I've got a couple of slices of streaky bacon, plenty of streaky bacon because I've got plenty of fat on it, and 3 eggs, and yeah, and plenty of butter. That's me for the day. Yeah, I might snack if I want a snack in the afternoon. I'll have a boiled egg, but yeah, that's it. I don't eat anything else. Now, when I wasn't doing that, I'll be eating all bloody day. And of course, being in the bug out shop is the worst because all them cakes, them army cakes there, we tucking into them. Yeah, it tastes nice, but yeah, not good for you unless you're burning it off. Yeah, like I say, there's nothing wrong with carbs if you burn it off. Say these bodybuilders or people in the gym, they'll eat carbs because they know they're going to burn that energy off. The problem comes when you don't burn it off and your body stores it. Was that £3? Oh, thanks to the green man, Malaleshi. You don't have to give me money, guys, but I'll go towards the channel. I'll put it towards. I'll tell you what. I'll put that £3 in the poppy appeal. I got a poppy appeal in the shop because I'm part of the local British Legion, and I'm raising money for the poppy appeal. So I'll put that £3 in that. Thank you very much. Yeah. So yeah, not next weekend, is it? The weekend after? Yeah, not next weekend. Weekend after is Remembrance Sunday, I think, isn't it? Yeah. I was a chef. Oh yeah, well, I was a chef. Well, I always say chef. I was army cook. Chef is a very, yeah. I wouldn't say he was chefs, but someone were. Some were very good. Not myself. But yeah, fat, butter, proper fat tastes good. And good saying used to say in the army was never trust a skinny chef. He obviously didn't eat his own food. Yeah, well, I think you know, mate. Once you knew it, don't you do a bit of bodybuilding or you're into protein shakes? So I did something like that. I could be wrong, but yeah, you know more of it than me. Yeah. Oh, fuck, you did you? Leave a kick to me. Yeah. Well, Cornish pasties are good foggy, innit? As I know from experience when you brought them up that time. And cake, yeah. Well, to be honest, the missus was cooking chocolate brownies for the daughter. She had to go and take the school for Stell, and of course she had to cut off the burnt bits on the edges. So I did have a little bit last night of that. So I did feel guilty, but yeah, like I said before, you got to enjoy yourself as well. You can't be too hard on yourself, innit? You're only alive once, unless you believe in reincarnation. Army chef, yeah, it's oxymoron, isn't it, John? It doesn't really make sense. Yeah. It's the hardest course in the army. Yeah, no one's ever passed it yet. One of the reasons I've done it because I wanted a trade. Everyone said you should get a trade, and I didn't think I had the brains to do anything else. I thought, that'll be easy peasy. That was, but no, it's a bloody hard job, to be fair, army chef. Especially when obviously going and exercise and all that sort of stuff, or guys who went on operations, because he was always the first ones up and the last ones go to bed, and you do a full day work, and you still have to go on stag and all that sort of stuff, on guard, let's just say, and yeah, so it's not the easiest job to do. I didn't enjoy. I had no interest in really in cooking, even though sometimes I do enjoy cooking. But what I like to do is the challenge of it. Get up 4 o'clock in the morning, going up, open a cookhouse, and cooking breakfast for 300 people. Now, I wasn't even really interested in what it tastes like, but it's a challenge of doing it. Having getting all that up, and I didn't like people helping me. I wanted to make sure I could do it, and that's why I went on exercises all the time. I didn't like being in the kitchen as such. I'd rather be on exercise, doing the field kitchens, because it's a lot more challenging, and you had more freedom. And I used to go all over the place. And once I went off with I think it was the Welsh Guards or the Royal Rangers of Wales. Can't remember. I think it was the Welsh Guards. Went off the rugby team for about 2-3 weeks as a little chef. I was little, and that was fantastic. Just going off different camps around the country and being like their personal chef. And a lot of times you go to the army camps, I wasn't needed, so I'd have days off on it. But yeah, there was some pros and cons with the old chefing. It's totally different now. It's on. They got most civilians in the cookhouses, and the food's not after much these days because it's what they call pay as you eat these days. So a lot of boys aren't going to the cookhouse; they're going off to different places and Affy and whatnot. So I think the standards have dropped. There's a company called Seduxo. Yeah, it's not the best. So feel sorry for the lads these days, but totally different when I was in there. But yeah, I'm talking 30 years ago now. Yeah. So going exercise was a good laugh. Yeah. I love the army side of it, but not so much the catering, being in the kitchen. Yeah, it was always funny going on exercises. You pitch up the 9x9 or your 12x12 tent. You had these what's called a number 5 burner, which is like a suitcase cooker. You just fold it open. You have 4 rings, little tin oven you have to use. And he said, here we are. You got 30 guys here. You got to feed and run exercise. Still got to do your fucking stags and all that as well, and got to get cammed up and all that sort of malarkey. And there would always be 1 or 2 guys here who were in trouble. So there'd be your pot washers or the guys you use for peeling all the spuds. So we'd always have a good laugh with them guys. But I used to enjoy that, and then you'd be in one position somewhere. It could be on the Senny Bridge or somewhere. And then part of the exercise then is the up sticks, pack everything up, back in the 4-tonner, and then off somewhere else, and then pack, and then do exactly the same thing, cam up your tent and all that. So I used to love all that sort of stuff. I love being in green. But I left, after 5 years, well, not even 5 years really, because it wasn't seeing enough of action. The action. It was getting too much of a 9-to-5 job in the kitchen, and that wasn't for me. Hindsight, I should have retrained. I should have retrained in something else. They didn't give me that option. They did give me offer me a promotion and a post into Cyprus to wet my lips to try and keep me in there. But my mind was made up by then, and I should have joined a different regiment. But there we are. You make a decision in life. I was only 16 at the time, isn't it? Joined the army at 16, and so I never traded it in for anything else. It was a fantastic experience. If you see kids now and they don't know what to do themselves at 16, 17 years of age, I always say get in one of the forces, Army, Navy, Air Force, because you can do any job you feel like doing. It's there, and you'll get paid to train, and the qualifications is just as good as civilian ones, if not better, because when you do leave the army, you've got that military experience as well to go with your qualifications. So yeah, I'll never regret joining the army. I love my time there. Yeah, fantastic. Of course, before the army was Army Cadets for 4 years, which is a really good thing to be in. Any kids now 12 years of age, I always try and convince them to join the cadets. Whether it's Sea Cadets, Air Cadets, because it's a really good experience. Bit different now these days compared to in the 80s. They can't do as much with us, with them now. They've done with us. Can't shout and bawl at them and whatnot. But still a good experience. Would a Tesla power wall work in load shedding if the government brought in with a generator? I'm not sure about the Tesla power wall. I got something similar. I suppose there's 2 big lithium batteries I got running. I got 24 solar panels charging them up. The downside is if the power goes off, they don't work because the inverters run off the mains electric. So I've got a diesel generator set up as well at the house where there's an override switch. So if the power goes off, I can put the generator on and I got power. All I got to do then is connect my inverter up to the generator, and then my solar panels will work in theory. So yeah, just look into that, because a lot of these solar kits they have in the houses, they're good for generating electric and reducing your bill and all that sort of stuff. But if the power goes off in your house, it's null and void. It doesn't work. You need that 240 power for your inverter to work. So they are good. The batteries I got them so they only relinquish 20% of the power stored at night. I have to reduce that a little bit more. I done that originally because there's threats of power cuts. I thought, well, I want to make sure I got at least 80% of them batteries at all times. But I think I could take that down to 50%. Yeah, yes, I did. I didn't swear. No, you wouldn't swear the lads, because you got to remember, you see the lads. I was like in the infantry regiments, so he was with the infantry guys all the time. They come in 3 times a day, and some of them are big lads. Of course, when you go on exercise as well, you're up to them, you're in close quarters with them, so you don't want to piss them off. They know the score. The lads always tell me that you're gonna when you're in the army, you make friends with two types of guys in the army. You make friends with the chef and the guy in the stores. So when you go to the cookhouse, if you make friends with the chef, he's going to give you a bit extra, and if you ever want something from the stores, make sure you're mates with the guys in the stores as well. Yeah. So we always have a good laugh for the guys over the hot plate. Yeah, it's always a running joke. One sausage, but there's always limits. See, when you're in the cookhouse, it wasn't like loads of food. There was you calculated 300 guys in the camp, and then you know the X amount of this, X amount of that. So if you're giving away too much stuff, the guys at the back of the queue aren't gonna get anything. So you've got to be a bit strict. But what we used to do at the end of the meals, if there was anything left over, you shout in the mess hall, "Look, guys, there's more here if you want it," and then they come and get some more. The chefs, they used to think, "Oh, we can just cook whatever we wanted," but the reality was we ate whatever's left. So if he's putting out food, we get the leftovers, unless you can see something really nice and you plate your stomach up and you put that in a hot plate to keep warm. But yeah, most of the time we had whatever's left, and there's sometimes just slim pickings. So yeah, it wasn't. We had to say one sausage occasionally, but I would never swear at them. Yeah. But guys, I have waffled on for nearly an hour. I can't believe this, and there's still 47 people in the room, but they are hardcore. So if you've got any more questions, guys, there's a phrase. Hi Lee, let me read this. Is there a phrase I need to join the competition? Oh, sorry, Chris, it's gone. It's been done. It's drawn. I'm afraid. Someone called Claire won it. So yeah, a bit late for that. Sorry, but keep tuned. I say I've got some stuff I've been sent. Loads of torches I've been sent. So I'm not going to need them all. So what I'm going to do is, once I've done the videos on these old lights I got, the next torch, I'll do a competition. Once I got my EDC videos out the way, I'll do a competition on some of these torches. I'll give a couple away because, let's say, I don't need them all myself, even though I have paid for these, but I don't mind giving them away. So yeah, keep tuned for that. I'll do a bit of a competition. Wanted a yellow coat for pointers and ended up with a green jacket. 15 years, yeah. No green jackets. Disbanded now, I'm afraid. Amalgamated into the rifles, but a really good regiment. Really good history. The green, all the light infantry. If you've seen Sharp, remember Sharp? What's his name? Oh, he was on the telly, wasn't he? That was light infantry. So fantastic troops. Really good regiments. Long history. Yeah. Scroll down here a minute. Yeah. I'm not going to make that as a phrase, Liz, but yeah, unfortunately, a little bit too late, today. Never mind. Oh, Mike's off. Yeah, if he hasn't gone already. Cheers, Mike. Yeah, thanks for tuning in. Yeah. AD 1973, you're a legend. Yeah, legend. Yeah, cheers. 8. Yeah, 1973. Oh, you're 1 year older than me. Yeah, Sean Bean. That's it. Sean Bean. Sharp, isn't it? Yeah, light infantry. A lad I know up the road here, Lee. He was in a green jackets first, then obviously light infantry, or the rifles they call it. He's got a YouTube channel, Son of a Pitch. Yeah, brilliant name for a camping or YouTube channel. Does a bit of wild camping. So if you're on a YouTube, check out Son of a Pitch. Yeah, he's got some good videos out. Yeah, he's a mate of mine. We're both in the local British Legion helping out. Lee's going to do the standard bearing this year of the lowering the flag first time. Yeah. So yeah, check his channel out, Son of a Pitch. Right, guys, if we're all done listening to my monotonous tones, I shall shoot off. Unless you've got anything else you want me to say, any more questions? Another 5 minutes. I've been on it for an hour. So did he finally sight that rifle in now? I don't know. Hello, Bats. Yeah, thanks for tuning in. If you're late to come to the live stream, it's been drawn, I'm afraid, and you didn't win. Someone called Claire won it. And if it's the same person I know, I'll be seeing her next week. It's good to waffle. Yeah, I'm not much of a talker, Paul, and I find it quite hard to talk about nothing, really. I'm a pretty shy person, really. So, yeah, I'm quite surprised I've waffled on for this long. Because really, when you're doing these live streams, same as the videos, as you know, because you got a YouTube channel, Paul, Neanderthal Outdoors. Check it out. You're basically talking to yourself, you're talking to the camera, you're talking to yourself. So it is quite hard sometimes. A4 size, well, that's a fair size patch, isn't it? Tal, yeah. Well, I'm sure John might be interested in that if he's on here. Slave to No Man, and I say he served in here for 15 years. The next meetup, people have been asking about getting one in the spring, and if I could find a time, Foggy, I would. I do one in later on, in the autumn, because obviously the campsite's a bit quieter. But there is a few lads who organise their own little meetups here. They come here, little groups, and do a bit of camping out. So keep tuned. If I can get the time and organise it, I'll do another one in the spring. I did promise one last year, but I just ran out of time. And but if not, there'll be definitely one in the end of the summer next year, or in the autumn. But we had a fantastic weekend. I know it couldn't be here this time. We didn't have so many people talking in the tent. We had a couple of guys in, one doing comms and one doing foraging. Done a bit of a foraging talk. Gav, he's going to come back again. He's a local bloke, ex-army. But I took all the guys on a bit of a walk. He was lucky with the weather this year, and that was down a treat. Everybody enjoyed that. Of course, we ended up at the pub, which is a good thing as well, isn't it? Yeah. So we had, it was really good. Got some warm driving. Yeah, some warm. I tell you what, I said before, we got these new army. I say new, they're army surplus thermal and shirts. Only $6.99. I seen these for sale for 20 quid somewhere else, but they're all like grade 1 super grade condition. Really, really good. I kept the loads myself. I had over 300 in, which you've got to do these days with the surplus. It's changed this year, the surplus. You've got to win lots of huge amount of numbers. But yeah, I got them in, and I got these thermal tops as well, long sleeve vests. Your long johns, all them in. So they're all in now. So yeah, loads of thermal stuff in. Like I say, it is getting quite hard to get some of the surplus because you've got to bid on it, and you're bidding on boxes of like 200-300 at a time, and some of the bigger operations like Go Army they're obviously bidding, and you can't outbid them guys, and they're selling it for peanuts. So it is harder for the smaller shops to get the surplus now, especially things like boots and that. But yeah, I try my best to get a bit of kit when I can. Liz, that's right, you was here. Yeah. And it was a good weekend. I say we were lucky with the weather. We had some good talks. She was in the bath. He was in the cabin, and it was really good. So it's great to meet up, isn't it? I think I said that in my last video. The more people can meet up, the better. And there is some more meets this on the prepping scene these days. There's one in Scotland next year. The guys are doing one in the Midlands, which I think was a really good success this year. Guys down in Stevenage, I think it's Stevenage, in it. It was where the prepper meet used to be. I can't remember what it's called now, but I think it's Stevenage area. Of course, Funky Prepper still does his one in Brecon, but apparently he's all changing for next year. He's looking for another location or something. I don't know. He's fallen out with a few people. I don't know why he's liking it, but I don't get into that too much. So yeah, it's good that they're going around. I did have a chat to a guy when I went to prepper meets a couple of years ago. Was it last year? I don't know. And about having one down in the West Country. So I said, if you can get one down organised down here, it'd be ideal, because loads of people down in Cornwall in the West Country, and it's a bit of a palaver if you've got to travel, 5, 6 hours, 8 hours somewhere, isn't it? I had a couple from Northumberland last weekend, a bug out weekend. They travelled 8 hours to get down to Bill. So yeah, if we can spread them around the country a bit, it'd be great. It'd be good for everybody, in it, and there'd be more chance of meeting up. Deep in the bunker, yeah. Check Chris, his name is. Yeah, great guy. Well, he's an ex-army chef, so he must be. And yeah, he does some good videos. He should get more video views, really. And a really nice bloke. Yeah, Chris, and yeah, and his videos he does, they're a broad range. And he is ex-military, but he's not really military-style videos. It's more home prepping, your foods and all that sort of stuff, and gardening. So it's really good. Yeah. Yeah, it is. Yeah, and I always think like prepper knowledge is just like going old school, isn't it? As people used to live before the conveniences of modern life. Making sure you got food supplies at home, and you can deal with it. If electric goes off, you can deal with it. You're not going to panic. You're not going to run to the shop to get as much toilet paper as possible. It's just being proactive and dealing with the situation. Survival and prepping, I always say, is a mindset. If you can deal with them sort of situations, you're not going to panic. Then you can overcome them. Yeah. Yeah. Cheers, John. Yeah. Good that you're coming in here, and thanks for turning up. And sorry about the competition, you didn't win, but you've got to be in it to win it, innit? And you was definitely in it. Yeah. So thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch up again. I've got a couple of serious questions to ask you when you're about to, when you're not too busy. I know you're busy these days, but yeah, I need to get things in motion. Might have a guess what I talk about, but yeah. Next, I'll catch up with you soon. Cheers, John. Right then, guys. It was great chatting. Sorry I've waffled on for over an hour, but congratulations to Claire, the winner. I'll contact you. I'm pretty sure it's a girl, or lady, I should say, is coming to the course next week, and she's won the water purifier. But yeah, keep tuned. I will be doing some more giveaways and prize winning soon. So that's it from me. And thanks for tuning in. Thanks for doing the competition. Thanks for watching my videos. I'll try and do a few more as when I get time. And that's it. So if I don't see you before, I'll see you next time. All the best. Bye-bye.